In the heart of the shadow-strewn town of Eldergloom, where fog meandered through cobblestone alleys like the slow, creeping fingers of despair, stood the ancient toy shop known locally as the Dollmaker's Abode. It whispered of an ominous history, tucked between crumbling, Victorian facades, a relic left abandoned, save for the occasional flicker of candlelight from the grimy windows. The shop was notorious, shunned with steely glances and hurried footsteps. It belonged to the Vanhelms, a line of artisans who spun glassy-eyed dolls from fractured souls and whispered legends told of a cursed line, doomed to imbue their creations with the wretched remnants of the dead. David, a skeptic at heart and journalist by trade, ventured to the forsaken store on a bet. It was a pitch-black night when he sneaked under the wrought iron gate. His camera and recorder poised like shields against the dread coiling in his gut. He sought a story that wouldn't just grace the tabloids but perhaps reveal a certain truth or expunge a generational hoax. Inside, the air was thick with the scent of aged wood and malice, an odd, bitter note of rosemary that clung to the intricately carved shelves. Each row brimmed with dolls, clothed in ornate, historical garments, eyes glistening in the candlelight with unsettling realism. David stopped, noticing an eerie pattern. The dolls seemed to form a circle around a focal display, where an exquisite, life-size doll was sprawled, garbed in a Victorian dress, her porcelain skin glinting like moonlit frost. Suddenly, a creak surged through the wooden floorboards, making David lurch. He swung his camera towards the sound. A wooden marionette had shifted. "Who dares to disturb my dolls?" came a voice, thin yet venomous, echoing from the shadows. An elderly figure appeared, his gaze as piercing as icicles. He introduced himself as Jasper Vanhelm, the last of his line. Jasper, thin and wiry, with eyes that seemed to search the deepest crevices of David's soul, offered a chilling smile. "You seek the truth, then? About my family's real curse? Come, let me show you a tale that will chill your marrow." David followed Jasper to the back of the store where a massive, dusty book lay, vellum pages ribbed and browned with time. With each line read, David's heart thudded louder, for it was not the Vanhelms who were cursed. The truth, scrawled in faded ink, revealed that the souls trapped in the dolls were willing participants, caught in agreements long forgotten, made in a different era when Eldergloom was rife with poverty and despair. In exchange for their secrets, ambitions, and loves, the townsfolk had bartered their spirits to the Vanhelms, seeking a better life for their offspring. "I offer peace," Jasper murmured, "for you see, these are not toys, but vessels. And they long to tell their stories now that the town has forgotten." David's recorder wheezed to life as Jasper wound the marionette's strings, and it began to shuffle, an eerie waltz. Voices emerged, not Jasper's, not the dolls, but those of Eldergloom's gloried past, unraveling tales of lost romances, failed rebellions, and ancient secrets. As dawn seeped through the cracks, David realized a new story had indeed been unearthed, not one of damnation, but one where the boundaries of life and art smudged, leaving a legacy interwoven with the spectral whispers of a town long shrouded in its veils.